Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is microorganism, we were talking about the microorganism, what are the different types of a microorganism, and there are microorganisms which are useful to us. Okay, so we were talking about the useful microorganism. It means the microorganism that can be used for the agriculture purpose, the microorganism which is beneficial for us as commercial purpose. It can be used for medicinal purpose also. So in the last class, we talking about that of the commercial uses of microorganism, and in this students we discussed two things. The first thing, that how with the help of the microorganism we are able to make bread. So you know that there is a fungi which is known as yeast. This yeast, when it is mixed with that of a dough and water, mixed with that of the flour, water and baking soda, so it reacted with that and form then when the formation of a dough occur by kneading the flour with the help of a water, then it make the dough to rises up because it reacted and decomposes carbon dioxide gas. And when carbon dioxide gas is released, it increases, it rises up, and as it rises up, it also escapes from that of the dough. Okay, so you can see here that it rises up and escapes out, and due to which the size increases, or we can say it becomes spongy as well as it becomes very soft also. Okay, so soft, spongy, fluffy, all these things came out because of the presence of this yeast, because it is the yeast only which help in release of the carbon dioxide from that of the dough. The second thing that we have studied is the curd formation. So in case of a curd formation, you know that a microorganism is there which is a bacteria, and this bacteria which is responsible, which is present in that of the curd is lactobacillus. Lacto term is come from the milk, and bacillus is what? It is a type of a bacteria. We have studied about the bacilli, that they are the spherical, they are the rod-shaped bacteria, and it is a type of the bacteria only. So this lactobacillus bacteria is present in the milk and present in the curd, and in milk a protein is present that is known as casein. So when this casein and lactobacillus come together, they react and help in the formation of the curd. So basically what happened here, how the formation of a curd occur. So a small amount of a curd has been taken, and this is added into a lukewarm water. Okay, temperature is very important. So it is added in a lukewarm water. Lukewarm milk, and when the small amount of a curd is added in the lukewarm milk, the lactobacillus which is present in that of the small portion of a curd, it starts reacting, and thus it multiplies, and thus the formation of a more lactobacillus bacteria occur, which help in converting the milk into the curd. So you can see here that how the milk get converted into the curd with the help of a lactobacillus bacteria. Now we will study the next one, that how with the help of this microorganism we are able to make the alcoholic beverages. Okay. So making of alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages. Now, so for making alcoholic beverages, students, the thing that is important is yeast. Again, like we have seen that yeast is important for making the bread. Here, yeast is also important for making the alcoholic beverages. So here the fermentation process occurs as happen in case of a bread. So yeast used to ferment it and help in converting into alcohol. Okay, so we can write it that yeast is used in manufacturing. Yeast is used in manufacturing. Of alcoholic drinks. Like wine and beer. Okay, so basically what happened here, the fermentation occur, and fermentation of what? Fermentation of sugar occur. Okay, so it involves fermentation, and that fermentation is of sugar. Now this fermentation of the sugar occur where, student? In the cereals, you can say like that, in a barley or in the grapes, the fruits also. So the fermentation of the sugar present in the grape or in the barley, like sugar, like barley, grapes, etc. by yeast. So yeast is responsible for the fermentation of a sugar which is present in the fruits or in case of a barley. Okay, so here the alcoholic beverages is prepared by the fungi again, that is a microorganism, and the yeast is responsible for manufacturing the alcoholic beverages, and here it help in fermenting the sugar, like the barley is there and the grapes is there, and the fermentation release in the formation of alcohol. Okay, so not only this, student, here also release of carbon dioxide occur. So basically what happened, it help in break down the sugar, and the sugar it break downs into alcohol and carbon dioxide. So we can write it, it involves breakdown of sugar to produce alcohol and carbon dioxide. Okay, so here the sugar it break down to produce carbon dioxide as well as alcohol. Okay, so you can see here, student, the yeast has been used for the two purpose. In the previous one we have studied that due to the formation of a carbon dioxide, it help in making the bread. It help in making the bread spongy also. And here this alcoholic beverages also is prepared by the yeast, where the yeast help in breakdown of the sugar present in the fruits and the barley. And what is the result of this breakdown? So this breakdown of the sugar present in the fruits like grapes help in producing that of the alcohol and carbon dioxide. So by this method we can say that alcoholic beverages are formed. Okay, now here we are saying we are using a term, student, that is fermentation. So let us try to understand that what is fermentation. So fermentation is what? It is what happened here. We are seeing the fermentation of a sugar. Okay, so fermentation of a sugar, we are using this term, and in the next line we have written that the breakdown of a sugar. And sugar is what? It is an organic molecule. So we can say that fermentation involves the breakdown of the organic molecule into carbon dioxide, that is known as a fermentation. As a result of the fermentation, carbon dioxide or alcohol, even water is also produced. Okay, so fermentation of sugar, breakdown of the sugar. By the name, by the term itself, we are able to understand that what is the fermentation. So let me write the definition also, because the question may ask that what do we understand by the fermentation. So we can write it, the process of decomposition organic substances such as sugar. Sugar is what? It is an organic substance. With the help of what? This fermentation is carried out with the help of a microorganism. You know that it is the yeast which used to perform the fermentation. It is the yeast which help in breakdown of the sugar. So we can write that the process of decomposition of organic substances by microorganism. By microorganisms. Microorganism, like we can say yeast. What is the result of this fermentation? So it help to form alcohol, carbon dioxide and water. So you can see here, student, the fermentation is what? It is a process of decomposition of the organic substances. What kind of organic substance decomposes? Like sugar, and with the help of which the fermentation is carried out. So we will say with the help of the microorganism. Microorganisms are responsible for the same, and they help in producing the alcohol, carbon dioxide and water. Thus we can say that this is the definition of the fermentation. So whenever the term came fermentation, remember that it occurs with the help of a microorganism. Now we have understood here that what is the commercial uses of the microorganism. So it has been used for making curd, for making bread, as well as for alcoholic beverages. Now let us see some of the other uses of the microorganism. Other uses. So students, if we talk that a lot of different uses of a microorganism occur, like it helps in making antibiotic. It is also used for making vaccine. Okay, as well as the different food products also involves that of the microorganism. So we will write here some of the food products like algae. Algae is used for making toothpaste. Okay. So algae is used for making toothpaste. There are bacteria which are used for making coffee also. So algae is used for making toothpaste. The second one we can write it, the bacteria used for processing of coffee. Bacteria is used for processing of coffee. Okay. Now not only this, bacteria is also used for the processing of tobacco and even for the vinegar. Okay. So we can write it, the bacteria is also used for processing tobacco, and vinegar. Okay. Now, if we talk about the seaweeds, so we already had discussed the seaweed is what? It is a kind of a algae. Okay, seaweed, kelp, these are basically found in the sea and ocean. So they are also edible. So they are also used as a food in a different parts of the world, different parts of the country. So we can say that seaweeds are also used as food in some countries. In some countries. Okay, so these are some of the other uses of the microorganism. Help in making toothpaste. It is also used for processing of coffee and tobacco, as well as the vinegar, and there are algae which are edible and they are used as food in some of the countries. Okay. Now let us see some of the medicinal uses of the microorganisms. So we had discussed that how it is used for making food, and we have also understood that what are the different uses of the microorganism. Let us see that how it is used for preparation of the medicines, for antibiotics, as well as for vaccination. So we'll start with that of the preparation of antibiotics. Medicinal uses. So the first one is the preparation of antibiotics. Preparation of antibiotics. So there are certain fungi, there are certain bacteria which is used for making the antibiotics. A lot of bacteria is there, student. Antibiotics and antibiotic term is basically used to treat against that of bacteria only. It is an antibacterial, you can say, basically antibacterial and antifungal. So antibiotics is prepared with the help of the bacteria and that of the fungi. Okay, so we can write the first point here, that is certain bacteria and fungi is used to prepare medicines and antibiotics. Okay, it is used to prepare. Now, before we go further, we should understand the term, that is, what is the meaning of antibiotics here. So, antibiotics are what, student? These are the medicines which basically used to destroy the harmful antigens or the harmful microorganisms which enter in our body and cause or can cause diseases also. So, antibiotics are the medicines. These are the medicines which is used to destroy the disease causing microorganism. Disease causing microorganism. Okay, so they help in destroying the disease causing microorganism. Now there are antibiotics. Actually, antibiotic is used in a two ways. The first one, it help in preventing, it help in minimizing the growth. So it helps in slow down the action of the microorganism that can cause disease or can harm our body. And the second thing, that these are the medicines which can destroy the disease causing microorganism. So they also slower down the rate of the action done by the microorganism, as well as they help in preventing the disease that can cause to the person. Okay, so we can also write it that they are used to control the growth of the microorganism in plants and animals. Control the growth of a microorganism in plants and animals. Okay, so it helps in controlling the growth of microorganism in plants and in animals. Now, what are the different types of antibiotics are there? A lot of there, like penicillin is there, which is the first antibiotic. Azithromycin is there. Streptomycin is there, student. Okay, so erythromycin, tetracycline, streptomycin, penicillin, these are what? These are some of the example of the antibiotic. So we have understood here that preparation of an antibiotic, it means the microorganism is used for making that of the antibiotics. So here we can say that there are bacteria, there are fungi which is used to prepare the antibiotics. And what this antibiotic means, it means these are the medicines actually which is used to kill the microorganism that can cause disease to us. Next one, that they not only help in minimizing, but they not only help in killing the microorganism, but they also help in controlling the growth of the microorganisms. Okay, so let me write here some of the example of the antibiotic, and then we will move and understand that how it will also help in preparation of a vaccine. Example are streptomycin, penicillin is there, tetracycline, erythromycin, is there, okay, etc. So these are what? These are the different kind of antibiotics which work on bacteria and that of the fungi. Now, okay, we are saying that when the disease occur, then we should take these antibiotics, and these antibiotics will help us to prevent or which help in destroying the microorganism that can cause disease to us. Okay, so we should take the antibiotics. Now, there is another term. You see that there are some of the diseases and which we can prevent it by taking a proper vaccine. So you have heard that in a small children, the vaccination is very important, which help in killing which help in preventing the attack of any virus or any other microorganism that can cause the disease to them. Okay, now this vaccine is actually made up of, we are preparing the vaccine so that we can prevent the attack of the microorganism that can cause disease. Okay, and these vaccines is given to the children so that in future they do not suffer from any kind of a serious disease. Now, how the microorganism is used for the preparation of the vaccine here? Let me write the topic first. So how does this vaccination process, this vaccine help students? So this vaccine is actually prepared with the help of the dead microorganism only, or similar microorganism. Okay, so the dead microbes are used for making the vaccine. Okay, and that vaccine is again used for the same kind of a microorganism, so that the person will prevent it from such kind of a disease. So here, with the help of the dead microbe, we are preparing the vaccine, and which help against such kind of a live microorganism that can harm to us. Okay, so here we are using the microbe for the preparation of a vaccine, and that is why we will say that it will come in the usefulness of the microorganism. So we can write it. Microorganisms are also used for, it is also used for making vaccine, in order to protect us from several diseases. Now let us try to understand what is the vaccine mean. So what is a vaccine? It is a special type of a medicine, a special type of, it is a special type of a medicine which provide protection and immunity. Protection and immunity, provide protection and immunity against a particular disease. Against a particular disease. So you can see here, student, we are using the vaccine. Vaccine is what? It is a medicine only, and this medicine is used to protect, because it helps in protecting. So we can say it is used for protecting as well as for immunity. It means it helps in increasing the immunity of a person against a particular type of a disease. You know that the vaccine is for different disease we use different vaccine. Okay, like for BCG we use TB, for DPD we use diphtheria, tetanus. So you see that different vaccine is used for different diseases. So that vaccine is actually providing protection and it increases the immunity against that particular disease. This is what? This is the vaccine. Okay. Now, how this vaccine is made up of? So, this vaccine is made up of with the help of a dead microbes. Okay. So, we can write it. That is, vaccine for a particular disease is often made from weakened or dead microbes which cause the disease. Okay, so here the vaccine is used for any of the disease, and it is prepared with the help of the weak microbes or that of the dead microbes, and that microbe is help the person to protect from the that particular type of disease.